What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It is Friday, November 15th. We got a full slate of NBA games today. I'm going to give you all my picks and predictions for today's games. Give my final plays in the comments below. I am still thinking about it, but they will be in the comments below for sure. Guys, give me favorite teams, favorite plays. Tell me how you think the season's going so far. Let's get right into these games, all right? First up, we got the Miami Heat going to Indiana, play the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are minus 4.5. The total sitting around 227.5. This game, I'm leaning towards the Pacers to get the win by 4.5 points. I lean Pacers minus 4.5. Total 227.5. I'm gonna lean under 227.5. Think it stays under 227.5. Jimmy Butler's gonna be out, I believe. So I think that hinders the Heat just a little bit, and I think the Pacers will have a little bit of momentum behind them being home, and they were off yesterday, so I think the Pacers will get it done. Might be a final play. Still thinking about it. A bunch of teams were off yesterday. There's only one game yesterday. It was the Dallas Mavericks, Utah Jazz yesterday. Utah Jazz pulled off the win yesterday, so a bunch of teams were rested, so this could be a good slate of games. Next up, the Philadelphia 76ers going to Orlando, play the Orlando Magic. Orlando's minus 1.5. Total sitting around 211.5. This game, I keep going back and forth. I could see Orlando win this game, but I can also see Philly win this game. So I'm not 100% sure. It probably won't be a final play. I'm going to lean 76ers on the money line just because Embiid should be playing. I think they might have a little bit of momentum behind them and might try to pull off an upset. So I'm going to lean Philly money line. It probably won't be a final play. That's the way I lean. The total is 211.5. I'll lean over 211.5. I think get right over 211.5. That's the way I lean. Might be a final play. Next game, Detroit Pistons traveling to Toronto, play Toronto Raptors. Detroit are minus 1.5. Totals 224.5. Man, the Pistons are right now a better record than the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors are terrible right now. I think they've got 2 wins, I believe, so far. If I remember correctly, they're struggling right now. Detroit has 5 wins right now so far, so they got a better record right now, better than Toronto right now. But I'm not going to make this a final play just because this game can go either way. But I'll lean Detroit 1.5, but it's not going to be a final play. Total 224.5. Going to lean over 224.5. Think it gets over. Not going to be a final play. Next game, got the Washington Wizards going to Atlanta, playing Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta's minus 8.5. Total sitting around 238.5. This game might be a final play. I just don't like the spread for Atlanta, minus 8.5. It's kind of a big spread. The Wizards can't play games close. I do think they play this game close. Maybe even get a win. Not going to go Wizards money line, though. I'll go Wizards plus 8.5 just to have the points in the back pocket. And total 238.5. It's a good total. It probably won't be a final play. I'm going to lean under 238.5. But I do like the Wizards plus 8.5. That might be a final play. Next game, we got the Chicago Bulls going to Cleveland to play the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers are minus 10.5. The total is 237.5. I'm going to stay away from this game. Not going to be a final play just because the Cavs are a team that everybody wants to beat right now. They haven't lost a game yet. They're 13-0, so a bunch of momentum is probably going to be behind the Cavs. But one of these games they're going to lose, and I just don't know how it's going to go. I would lean Cavaliers, though, minus 10.5. And I'm going to lean under 237.5. It won't be a final play, though. But that's the way I lean. Cavs, minus 10.5 and under 237.5. Bulls sometimes struggle in games. I think this could be a game that they struggle in. Next game, got the Brooklyn Nets taking on the New York Knicks. The Knicks are minus 9.5. The total is 215.5. This game, I'm actually gonna lean towards the Nets. Probably, I might say Nets actually get the win. Surprisingly, on the money line, they be sneaky sometimes and get some good wins. I do like the Nets in this position. I'd say Nets plus 9.5 or Nets even money line. They might get a win. I might put that as a final play just because it's plus 400. It's pretty good. The Nets might be sneaky and get a win tonight. So say Nets money line, and I'm gonna lean over 215.5. I think that score is too low. I think it gets over 215.5. That might be a final play. Still thinking about it. Next game, got the LA Lakers going to San Antonio to play San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers are minus 3.5. Total is sitting around 226.5. This game, keep going back and forth on it. I'm still deciding. Right now, I'm leaning towards the Spurs plus 3.5, maybe even money line. Might surprise people and get a win. That's the way I lean. Spurs plus 3.5 and money line. Total 226.5. I'm gonna lean over 226.5. I think it gets over 226.5. I think both these teams put up quite a few points. I'm gonna lean that way. It might be a final play. Still thinking about it. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Clippers going to Houston Rockets. The Rockets are minus 4.5. The total is sitting around 215.5. This game, I keep going back and forth on it. It probably won't be a final play. I'm gonna lean towards the Rockets to get it done. Minus 4.5. And I'll lean over 215.5. I think both teams could put up quite a few points. That's the way I lean. It probably won't be a final play. Next game, Denver Nuggets going to New Orleans, play New Orleans Pelicans. Denver is minus 5.5. Total sitting around 220.5. The Pelicans are dealing with a bunch of injuries. The Nuggets are looking pretty solid. They're coming back, get some wins. This game, I am going to lean towards the Nuggets, minus 5.5. And I'm going to lean over 220.5. It might be a final play. I like the Nuggets in this spot tonight. I'm taking the Nuggets minus 5.5. It might be a final play. Next game, the Phoenix Suns going to OKC to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC is minus 7.5. Total sitting around 227.5. This game should be a good game, but both teams are dealing with injuries. Durant's out, and Holmgren is out. He just got injured. So, should be a good game, though. Not going to be a final play. I'm going to lean towards the Suns plus 7.5. And I'll lean over 227.5. I could see the Thunder beating the Suns by 10 plus points, but I'm not sure. It won't be a final play. But I'm going to lean towards the Suns plus 7.5. Might be a close game. Not sure, though. It will be a final play for sure. Next game, get the Memphis Grizzlies going to Golden State, play Golden State Warriors. Golden State's minus 8.5. Total sitting around 233.5. The Warriors have been balling. I think they're 9-2. The Warriors are a good team. They've been balling. Grizzlies are dealing with a bunch of injuries right now. So I am going to lean towards the Warriors to get it done. Minus 8.5. I do like the spot they're in tonight. So I'll probably make this a final play. I'm going to say Warriors minus 8.5. And I'm going to lean over 233.5. I think it gets there. Maybe it gets over 233.5. The total might not be a final play. I'm still leaning, but I'll lean over 233.5. But Golden State minus 8.5. I do like that spot. Last game of the night, Minnesota Timberwolves going to Sacramento, play Sacramento Kings. Timberwolves are minus 2.5. Total is sitting around 222.5. This game, I'm going to lean towards the Kings on the money line. I think they get a win tonight. Timberwolves been winning and losing. It's been interesting. few games for the Timberwolves, man. I think if I remember correctly, the Timberwolves lost to Trailblazers twice. Have been upsetting. So, and now they're going to Sacramento. I'm leaning towards the Kings on the money line. I might make it a final play. I like the Kings in tonight's position. I'm gonna lean Kings money line, and I'll lean over 222.5. I think both teams put up quite a few points, but that's the way I lean. Guys, that's all the games for tonight. All the NBA games for tonight. Gonna give you my final plays in the comments below. I'm still thinking about it. I do actually have a few final plays already that I'm gonna say right here. I'm definitely leaning Kings money line. It's a final play. Warriors 8.5. The Nuggets minus 5.5. Spurs money line, and Nets money line. I think that's the way I'm gonna lean for my final plays. I might have one or two more. I'll put them in the comments below as well, but that's gonna be on my final plays so far. I'll do a quick recap of it. It's Sacramento Kings money line, Golden State Warriors minus 8.5, Nuggets minus 5.5, Spurs money line, and Nets money line. That's gonna be some of my final plays. I might have one or two more. I'll put them in the comments for sure. Guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Come join me. Come follow me. I'm doing this all season long. Hopefully, I'm getting more videos out when I can. All my plays and picks and predictions will be over on X and Twitter every day as well. So check me out over there. If you don't see my videos come up on here on YouTube, please join me. Have fun. Do your research. And bet responsibly. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.